Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Street Fighter 6 YouTube video. Now, obviously, Street Fighter 6 is coming right around the corner. And as many people know, another open beta. Well, not another open beta. The first ever open beta got announced. But this is the third beta in total. The first two, obviously, being the closed betas. That is coming the 19th to the 19th to the 21st. So that's super exciting. But I wanted to react to this video by Gaming Bolt called 15 Things You Absolutely Need to Know Before You Buy Street Fighter 6. Now, of course, just support the channel, make sure that subscribe button, comment down below, leave a like, and let's see what Gaming Bolt has to offer. Because last time I reacted to them, they said this show was going to be Game of the Year, and then they're like, Final Fantasy 15, 16 is going to also be Game of the Year. Here we go.
It's been many years since the launch of Street Fighter V,
It
and
has.
we're now at the point where series fans are itching for a completely new entry to dive into. Luckily enough, one is right around the corner. Street Fighter 6 has generated a massive amount of excitement with each passing day.
It has.
Since
I mean, Street Fighter 6 is so good that I catch myself playing the demo. I catch myself playing the demo of a game that's not even out yet. I don't even know the last time I think during maybe PS2 era was when you caught me putting hours into a demo before, just because I love the game so much.
it was announced, made more intense by how impressive the game has looked in all that Capcom has shown off so far. Heading into its release not long from now, we know quite a bit about what to expect from the game, and here we're going to go over a few of those key details. World Tour.
Okay, so I want to preface this before I watch this video that I'm not gonna play World Tour mode probably. There's a very, very slim chance I'm gonna touch World Tour or anything regarding that. I am a ranked monster. I like to do online tournaments. I don't really like it's not that I don't like single player content in fighting games. It's that I sway away from it, right? I sway away from single player content in fighting games. But, of course, if you are the exact opposite of me, then I hope you like World Tour, and I hope the game mode is fantastic. There's no reason for me why not to like the game.
Game trying something new and ambitious with its story mode.
Okay, that's not true. Sorry to pause it again. Mortal Kombat Deception kind of already did this. This is Mortal Kombat Deception. This is Shujinko running around, learning special moves from other characters while fighting a boss. And then the power of friendship was the whole thing. Except Shujinko got backstabbed by Onaga in believing the ball and then had,
But Street Fighter 6 has big ambitions on that front. Its single-player story mode, World Tour, is described as an immersive story-driven experience, and it's going to be much more than just a collection of fights and cutscenes, which is what you'd ordinarily expect from the genre. World Tour will instead see players traveling to a number of different locations.
I'm excited to make my guy.
Will be fully explorable 3D environments, while each of these semi-open world areas will also come with plenty of side content. There will still be plenty of fights to get into, of course, but according to Capcom, World Tour is going to be a much more fleshed out experience in other ways as well.
Street Fighter V didn't have single player content on launch, so this is super good. But now I'm kind of worried that MK12 is taking so long to develop. That what if they were also doing the deception mode again for their story mode? Because people like the deception. And maybe that's why it was taking so long for MK12 to come out. So now you're going to have MK12 maybe with another deception storyline. And now you have World Tour mode. And MK definitely is going to do it better, I feel like.
The main drive of World Tour will be to travel the world, as its name suggests, to seek out fighting masters and learn new moves and techniques from them on your path to becoming increasingly stronger. But the mode will have plenty of ancillary mechanics and features as well, like learning new moves that you can use outside of fights to get to previously inaccessible areas, or leveling up and earning skill points to upgrade your characters. Players will also be able to purchase items from vendors, customize their movesets, purchase gear, strengthen bonds with various characters.
There's a lot to do, I'm not going to lie.
More.
There's a lot.
Character creation.
Wait, are 15 things you absolutely need to know? Is like 7 of them going to be about just World Tour in general? Character creation, like, this is weird.
Who exactly will you be playing as in World Tour, though? You'll be playing as your own custom
Like
created
this all could have been
character,
put into
with
one
familiar
point.
series characters appearing as the main masters that you'll be meeting throughout your journey.
Fighter!
Capcom has stressed on a number of occasions that the character creation toolset will provide a vast amount of options and ways for players to tinker what their character will look like. While with gear, skill trees, and new fighting moves, you'll also have plenty of control over their progression and what kind of fighter that they turn into. Battle Hub.
Okay. Yeah, this is where I'm going to be at. This is where I'm going to be vibing. This is where you can find me.
Many would argue that the long-term life of any fighting game depends on primarily its multiplayer offerings. Street Fighter VI seems to be going all out on that front as well. The Battle Hub is essentially the game's social hub, not only for all things casual and ranked multiplayer matches, but beyond that as well. A Battle Hub will host up to 100 players at a time, and here you'll be able to freely walk around the space with your avatar, communicate with other players via chat or emotes, customize the look of your avatar,
The
and
clubs.
even play a number
The clubs is what I'm excited to make a club.
of Capcom's classic arcade
I'm
games.
excited to make a club.
Avatar Battles.
Okay.
The
This
Battle
is
Hub is also home to Avatar Battles, which is exactly what it sounds
like they're saying the same
Players will be
thing
able to take
every
their
time.
avatars into battle with each other and duke it out. All of your cosmetics will, of course, be on full display during fights, while you'll also be able to take your fully customized moveset as well. That means you'll be able to mix and match any of the moves and attacks you've learned in World Tour. Fighting Ground. Street Fighter VI
This
third
video,
pillar
dude. I feel like this video was made by somebody who doesn't play
alongside
fighting games.
World Tour and Battle Hub, Fighting Ground is a mode that all longtime series fans and genre purists will get plenty of use out of. Essentially,
This video is
all
so
the
weird,
traditional
in my
Street Fighter
opinion.
Stuff outside of the game's new modes will be found here. That includes versus battles, extreme battle, training, casual and ranked online matches, and the like.
Think Carlos is going to be a DLC character?
Drive Gauge. The drive system will be the backbone of Street
Drive
Fighter 6's
Gauge is
core
15
fighting
things you
gameplay
need to
and
know?
will encompass 5 special moves. There's the Drive Parry, which will automatically parry an incoming attack, Overdrive, which are essentially EX moves, Drive Impact, which will act as a shield and let you absorb an incoming attack, Drive Rush.
What? Dude, he totally... He doesn't even know how to explain Drive Impact properly. That's not the way it is. Drive Impact isn't a shield that allows you to absorb upcoming attacks. It's a pressure tool that allows a crumple state or a wall splat or a stun if they're out of... If they're in burnt... What? What?
Rush, which will allow you to cover distances, and Drive Reversal, which is a counterattack. Each of these moves will eat up varying amounts of your drive gauge. So, even though it will gradually refill over time, managing it will be a crucial component of fights. An empty drive gauge will see you enter Burnout, which will leave you temporarily vulnerable.
Well, that's not another point. Number 7, Burnout.
Super Combos. Street Fighter VI also sees the return of super combos, though Capcom has tweaked how they will function a bit. In a nutshell, every character will have 3 super combos. Each of them will be tied exclusively to their levels. with
What the
level
fuck
3
am I
obviously being
watching?
the most powerful. That means you'll only be able to use Ryushin's Shoryuken, for instance, at level 3. Though if your character enters a critical state, they'll be able to use a more powerful version of their level 3 super combo.
Why is he calling it a super combo? Bro, what the fuck am I watching? Also, I did get hit with an eye. It'd be like that.
Control schemes. With
Okay,
Capcom
this
hoping
is
to
something that
open
you
up
should
its
know.
long-running fighting franchise to a wider audience than
Super
it ever has
combos?
before, it also has included multiple different control schemes in Street Fighter VI to cater to players of varying skill levels and playstyles. The first of these is the classic control scheme, which is the standard 6-button layout that Street Fighter players will be very familiar with. Then there's the modern scheme, which is meant for those looking to enjoy the game without having to memorize its combos, and essentially simplifies inputs for special attacks to basic button combos. Finally, there's Dynamic Scheme.
Dynamic's
which
the
is meant
coolest
for
thing on
quick,
the planet.
Casual play. It's effectively built around single button presses with an auto attack button that will automatically perform different attacks and combos based on you or your opponent's position. The Dynamic Control Scheme will only be available in certain modes in Fighting Ground and not in online matches.
I wish it wasn't on.
Real-time commentary. Capcom has made it abundantly clear a number of times that Street Fighter VI has very much been designed with esports in mind, and its implementation of real-time commentary is perfect evidence of that.
That's super sick, but
Effectively
there
meant
is
to
a bad part of it where a lot of the voice lines tend to just repeat in certain situations, and it gets
emulate
super
the
annoying.
commentary of an esports match. This feature sees known English and Japanese personalities in the fighting game community, providing
But it's
both
still a super
play-by-play
cool feature.
and color commentary
not gonna talk
of
about
the
that.
on-screen action.
Still super
While
cool.
also providing explanations of gameplay mechanics and systems for newcomers. The game will feature 8 real-time
gotta drive
commentators
and
in
back.
total. Multiplayer details. A couple of other
Multiplayer
crucial multiplayer
details?
details have also been confirmed for Street Fighter 6.
Multiplayer
Capcom
details?
has confirmed that the game will feature support for rollback netcode and cross-platform multiplayer. Of course, any fighting game releasing in 2023 is expected to have both of these features, especially one as massive as Street Fighter 6. But hey, it's nice to have confirmation. Launch roster. Street Fighter
Kind of
6
important,
will
I would
launch
say.
with a roster of
I would say
18
this is a good point.
characters, and
A lot of these points were bad, and then now they're like kind of getting decent with them. Like, yeah, the fifth thing you should know is that if you played an older Street Fighter game, not all the characters are going to be there, but new ones and returning ones will be.
It'll feature a healthy mix of familiar faces and newcomers. There are 6
Called
new
it.
introductions: expert dancer and Chinatown peacekeeper Jamie, globetrotting and nature-loving Lily, international NGO head JP, college graduate and aspiring ninja Kimberly, supermodel and world champion Judak Manan, and Marissa, an up-and-coming jewelry designer who's supposedly descended from Greek warriors. Meanwhile, older series characters who will be returning are Ryu, Ken, Luke, Chun-Li, Guile, Dalsim, Blanca, Juri, E Honda, DJ, Zangief, and Cammy. Year
And
1
Cammy.
DLC. Capcom has also revealed plans for Street Fighter 6's Year 1 DLC, and has confirmed it will add 4 additional characters to its roster between autumn 2023 and fall 2024. The first will be AKI, a new character who will be added in autumn. She will be followed by 3 DLC additions that series fans will be familiar with.
Yeah,
With Rashid
it's only one new character, 3 returning characters, which is
arriving
kind of
this summer,
crazy.
and this winter, and
Like, I don't know why they didn't add Lee, what's her name, Lee Fei? The one that Chun-Li's training with. They didn't add her, or even the other, or like Carlos, or the Mad Gear guy, you know?
Akuma in fall 2024.
Akuma? It's Akuma! Bro, this guy doesn't fucking know anything! At least don't want to fucking pronounce the words right. Nobody was like, hey, they recorded this, and they were like, hey, by the way, it's Akuma.
PC requirements. If you're planning on playing Street Fighter 6, what kind of rig are you going to need? Thankfully, the requirements aren't terribly demanding, at least on the lower specs. On minimum settings, you'll need either an Intel Core i5-7500 or an AMD Ryzen 3 1200, along with either GeForce GTX 1060 with 6GB of VRAM or a Radeon RX 580 with 4GB of VRAM and 8GB of RAM. Meanwhile, on recommended settings, you'll need either an Intel Core i7-8700
Yeah,
or
like
an AMD
fighting
Ryzen
games don't take that much
5600,
shit.
along with either a GeForce RTX 2070 or a Radeon RX 5700 XT, and 16GB of RAM.
I'm actually upgrading my
On
PC.
either setting,
So
you'll also
I'm getting a
need roughly
4090
60
in my
gigabytes
bitch.
of free storage space. Demo. Street Fighter 6's June 2nd launch is not too far away, but as it does with pretty much all of its games, Capcom has released a demo for the title as well. It features training with Ryu and Luke in Fighting Ground, the beginning of the World Tour mode, and its full avatar creation toolset. Additionally, you can also take the avatar that you create in the demo into the full game when it launches. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day?
I didn't like the video. I'm not gonna hate on them and say it was a bad video. It was just like super casual in a way. I feel like they're like 5 of their points were all on World Tour, but they all could have been 1 point within World Tour. And then the fact that they said super combos pissed me off slightly. I don't know why it pissed me off, but I mean that's gonna be the end of the video, dude. If you like my balding reaction, if you think I'm taking it too serious, subscribe, comment down below, leave a like. Gaming Bolt, check them out. You know, maybe you'll like their other stuff. Right? Maybe you'll like their other videos. Thank you everybody else. See y'all guys next video. See ya.